Jacob Montenegro. I'm an EMT, and I work for Plymouth Meeting, and I've been doing 911 for about 10 months. It all started when I was actually at Cabrini, and I was a cross-country runner, and it was my first cross-country race, and I passed out after my race, and they had to send me to the hospital via ambulance, and I guess EMTs and paramedics took me and took care of me, and I liked the care that they provided, so I wanted to pursue something like that. It's different every day, it's a lot of fun, and I get to learn every day on the job. So I prepared myself for these calls by running scenarios in my head, mini scenarios, thinking of the signs and symptoms that I should be looking for these types of patients, and then preparing myself to assess my patient and then go from there. So my first few thoughts when arriving on scene is to make sure the scene's safe, make sure there's no dangers, the type of injury. Some of the difficulties that I face in my job are that some of my patients can be combative. They can be really rude and ignorant towards us and me and my coworkers, even racist. I've had some patients be racist to me. I haven't had too many racist encounters. My most recent one was someone who called, it was not emergent, and he's been bothering a bunch of our crews, and we get on the scene to assess him and ask him questions like, what's going on? And he's being blatantly mean to me and my partner, and he's talking to whoever's on his phone. He's like, oh, I'm right now with these paramedics. I have this like small boy with me, and I have this, this Chinese guy with me. And I was like, all right, whatever. Like it doesn't faze me at that point, because I don't want to get in an argument with this patient. That's not my job. My job is there to provide care for him, but it's kind of hard to, not start an argument with someone who's being so ignorant at that time when he called you for help. It's not like you went to him. You just ignore those type of patients. You kind of go in with a blank mindset and just ignore really what they say. These people obviously need some type of help. They called you, so I'm going to put all my differences aside and try to provide care for them. I feel confident going to these scenes, but in the beginning, when I first became certified as an EMT, I was very, very nervous. I started working for a fire company, and they kind of just threw me out into the deep end, and I didn't want to ruin my reputation out there. So I was really nervous. It's a risk I'm willing to take because I'm a healthcare worker. I'm on the front lines of COVID, so I don't really put the fear of COVID in front of me. I kind of push it away and just treat my patient. I feel great. I feel like we're getting a lot more respect now than what we had before the pandemic. A lot of people respect what we do now. I definitely do see myself staying in EMS or as a first responder. Progress. I would like to move up the ranks as a lieutenant and then become a captain, battalion chief, and one day I like to run my own EMS squad. That'd be really cool. Be doing all the logistics and all of that.